Welcome back to Githua's Farm, and inside Githua's Farm, we always teach you simple step-to-step guidelines on how to prepare your land, how to measure your land, how to do the correct spacing to plant your coffee. So in today's video, we are going to talk about leveling the terrace after you've dug your hole and after you've filled your hole with the right materials, that is the hay or any dry grass that is easy to decompose. And as you can see, where we are now, we are leveling the terrace. We've already dug the hole, we've already filled the hole, and I told you that the peg that is there should always be there because that is the center of where we are going to plant our coffee. So the reason unto why we are leveling this terrace is to prevent soil erosion, improve water retention, and for easy farm management. So let us allow our farm manager to finish on leveling the terrace so that now we can go to the next step and the reason for this video. As you can see, the terrace is well leveled now, and where the hay is, you can see another peg because that is where the other coffee plant will be. So our coffee manager wants to confirm whether the peg of our demonstration place, or where the peg for demonstration is, and where the other coffee will be planted is exactly 9 feet. Because in our first video we said that the correct spacing from one coffee plant to the other is 9 feet, and we explained the reasons unto why it should be 9 feet. So as you can see, it is exactly 9 feet. Yeah, let us see whether we can be able. Yes, we can see it's exactly 9 feet from that peg where we are going to plant our other coffee, and from the peg where we are going to plant our demonstration young coffee plant. So that is the second thing, or what we talked about in the second video. And now in today's video we want to talk about soil preparation, so that now in the next video we are going to talk about planting. So as you can see, Mr. Githua is carrying manure in 2 full buckets, and of importance, we are going to start with putting the manure, and the manure should be goat manure. And the reason unto why we prefer goat manure is it is rich in nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are vital for coffee plant. And it also provides micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, and zinc that helps improve the health of the plant. And also, goat manure improves soil structure because it enhances the soil texture, making it more friable and well aerated, which is ideal for coffee rods. The other reason onto why we prefer goat manure is because it promotes microbial activity, whereby goat manure is rich in organic matter, which feeds soil microorganism, and it also acts as a slow release fertilizer, and it also enhances water retention, because the organic matter in goat manure helps the soil to retain moisture, which is especially important during dry periods. And maybe the last reason why we prefer goat manure is because of its less risk of burning plants. Compared to poultry or fresh cow manure, goat manure is less concentrated and drier, making it less likely to burn coffee plants, which when properly composed. So where you're supposed to place your goat manure is exactly at around that peg, because that is where our hole is, or that is where we prepared our hole. Then the next step after you poured your manure around that peg is mixing that goat manure with the top soil. And the reason onto why we want to mix that goat manure with the top soil is to improve soil fertility, also to enhance the soil structure. I've talked about it earlier. To support microbial activity, like we have said that goat manure stimulates beneficial microbial life in the topsoil, which helps decomposing organic material and release nutrients slowly. Then mixing it with topsoil provides a better environment for these microbes to thrive near the plant roots. The other reason why we are mixing it with the topsoil is to avoid or to prevent nutrient loss, because if manure is placed alone on top of the soil, nutrients may leach away with water before the plant can use them, and mixing ensures nutrients stay in the root zone where they are most needed. Then the other reason is to encourage strong root development, because the mixture provides a soft and nutrient-rich medium that encourages root to spread quickly and establish a family. So mixing goat manure with the topsoil helps create a balanced, nutrient-rich, and a well-aerated planting environment that supports healthy and vigorous coffee seedling growth. So you can see that is the exact circumference where our hole is, and that is why it is important to maintain that peg that we placed when we were filling the hole, that is showing us the center of the hole. So we are now mixing our goat manure with topsoil. We want to mix it well and properly, so that we can also ensure that this goat manure will not come to burn at the roots of the young plant. So that is it. That is how you should mix your manure. Just use the soil around the peg. And now we are done with the mixing. Yeah, you can see it is well mixed up with the topsoil. The next important part of land preparation to plant our coffee, now that you've mixed the goat manure, 2 buckets of goat manure, very important, with topsoil, is to place our hay. And as you can see, we are placing the hay on top of that mixture of topsoil and the goat manure. And the reason now we are placing the hay before we even plant the coffee is because we want, when we plant our young coffee, the hay will be able to conserve soil moisture, because it will act as a mulch. That is reducing water evaporation from the soil, and it also helps keep the soil consistently moist, which is very crucial for young coffee seedlings to establish strong roots. The other reason why we are placing the hay, and we'll also tell you the other material that you can place if you do not have hay, or if hay is not readily available to you. The other reason is to prevent soil erosion, because as you have seen in the beginning of this video, our land is so slopey, and rain can easily wash away the topsoil and the manure that we have mixed together. So this layer of hay protects the soil surface, reducing the impact of raindrops and also minimizing erosion. The other reason is that this hay will help to suppress the weeds. Yeah, because you know, somewhere that you've placed manure, it is a very nutritious place, and weeds can tend to grow even more than the young plant. So hay blocks sunlight from reaching weed seeds in the soil, and this reduces weed growth, which would otherwise compete with the young coffee plant for nutrients and water. The other reason why we have placed hay, like you can see, is to regulate soil temperature, because hay provides insulation, so keeping the soil cooler during hot days and warmer during the cold nights. The other reason is that hay add organic matter over time, because hay is going to decompose and it will add more organic matter to the soil, further improving soil fertility and the structure. The other reason is to protect the microbial life of the manure that we've just mixed with the topsoil. The other reason why we have placed hay, as you can see, in our whole land we have placed hay. The other reason is to prevent crusting of the soil surface, and direct sunlight and wind can cause the soil to form a hard crust. So hay keeps the surface soft and breathable, allowing water and air to penetrate more easily. So pressing hay on the top of the soil and goat manure mixture help retain moisture, prevent erosion, control winds, and enhance soil health, all of which create the ideal environment for successful coffee planting and seedling establishment. So that is it for today in Githua's farm, and if you found this content to be educative, please subscribe to our channel, like and share, and let's walk this journey together. In our next video, we are going to talk about planting, how we are going to plant, or how you're supposed to plant your young coffee seedlings, and how to properly remove them from the paper they come with. So keep in touch with our channel, keep checking on the next video, because it is going to be more educative, and also check the previous videos, because they are going to help you with the step-to-step that you need to prepare your land.